there! Today I want to share with you what I've been doing this winter to make healthy living simple, fun, and convenient. I've been making soup jars, which if you're familiar with salad jars, it's the same idea. It's a make-ahead strategy where I can make 5 jars of soup, one for each day of the week, all at once on Sunday in just about a half an hour. And it's really fun with friends. But let me give you an idea what I do. Here's my mason jar that I'm gonna use. And then I always try to plan a category. I have a bunch of vegetables that I put into my soup. I make sure that I think about a flavor category and then also the chewables and the proteins. So like, you know, the noodles, if I'd like to have noodles in my soup. So I'm gonna get started. This is the flavor that I use most often. It's better than bouillon. It's just a stock paste, and you can just use, you know, like a quarter to a half a teaspoon of flavoring, and it tastes just like bouillon, supposedly a little healthier than a bouillon cube. And you can also adjust that way the amount of salt, sodium, you know, the amount of flavor that you have in your container. So I just put that in there. And then I have a variety of things, and it doesn't matter what order you put them into the jar. So these are some things I like to have. I've been experimenting, so I've gone a little crazy. I have some fresh avocado. I'll put that into my jar, and I just have it already cut into little cubes. So I'll just add a few cubes to my jar. One thing that really adds a lot of flavor are onions. So I just have some chopped up onions. I've decided I really like to have onions in my soup. Spices it up a bit. This was a new thing I've started, was to bake a sweet potato ahead of time and peel the skin off and then cube it up and have some cubed sweet potatoes. I'm trying to add as much color to my soup as possible. That just adds to the nutrition and the flavor, of course. And then I don't have anything purple in there yet, so I have some cabbage, some red cabbage, and I just chopped it coarsely so it's kind of, you know, bite-sized, but a little bit more like noodles, perhaps. So I'll put some of that in there, some cabbage. And then I've got some quinoa that I cooked ahead. And quinoa is great because, number one, I find that when I eat my soup with noodles, I get really slurpy and it makes kind of a mess while I'm eating at my desk at work. So quinoa is a great substitute for the soups. And it's real versatile. You can put it in salad as well, so that's a great thing to do with leftovers. But also it's a complete protein. So I know that I'm getting a good protein in there, and this is what I use for my quinoa. It takes about 15 minutes to cook on the stove. For more protein, I think I'm going to add some beans this time. Other proteins that I've tried in my soups would be hard-boiled eggs, meat, tofu. So the list goes on and on. You can just kind of decide what is your favorite flavor. And then this was stewed tomatoes. I got a can of stewed tomatoes with Italian flavoring. So I'm just going to try some of that in there today. Put a little bit of tomatoes in there. And just one more thing I have in mind, a couple more things. This is zoodles. So if you're not familiar with a spiralizer, you should check that out. I just used a yellow squash and put it in my spiralizer and came out with these noodles that are awesome. They're gluten-free noodle options made out of, obviously, the yellow squash. And then one more thing is I just like to use frozen vegetables, and that's really easy, a great way to get some peas and carrots. I love to have green beans in there. So this is what my soup looks like. It's very hearty soup, and all I'm going to do is put the lid on, which I don't have here, and then when I'm at work, I'm going to go to the hot water tap and get really hot water. Shake it, because remember we put that bouillon down here at the bottom, so I want to mix that up with the water, and then I'll probably dump it into my bowl that I keep on my desk at work and heat it up in the microwave for a minute to a minute and a half, so it's real hot and steamy all the way through, and I've got lunch made. So I just grab this in the morning on my way out the door, and I know I've got a really healthy, warm, cozy meal for lunch. So if you like what you've seen, or you have questions or comments, additions, let me know. Comment below, please. Or contact me at 24fruitsveggies at gmail.com, 24fruitsveggies@gmail.com. And again, my name is Susan, and I'm on a mission to make healthy living simple, fun, and lucrative for very busy people. I look forward to connecting with you soon.